Hey everybody, it's Sherpa Rage guys, and today I'm going to be taking a look at a Supra Riven, running it on the Supra Vandal. Now, I just got this one last night, and after the sort of big weapons pass we recently got, I took a look again at the Supra. I found it a lot more appealing, having received both a crit chance buff and a status chance buff. Supra was always one of those weapons that was like, okay, you know, it kind of had some things going for it. Wasn't exactly anything that sort of stood out in my mind. Still kind of a bland weapon, if I do say, to play. However, that does not make it a bad weapon at all. And I say it's bland to play. It's just kind of a, you know, just large magazine machine gun. And so pretty simple. Nothing really, you know, cool or unique about it. Not that every weapon has to be. That's just something kind of that I've thought about with the Super Vandal. Kind of the Dara in the same sense too, because those in my mind when I started playing and those both came out, they were like, oh, you know, they're decent, they're not bad, you know, put a couple Forma into them, and it was like, all right, yeah, that's pretty good there. We'll just call that good. But with the Super Vandal and the buffs, gotta say, this weapon is very strong, particularly with this Super Riven. So standard build that I went with this is split chamber serration. I went Stormbringer and Infected Clip. The status on this is pretty high, and including with the Riven, it's even higher. Now, I could run dual 60s, and let me just show you what it would be. I'll just quickly swap it with Point Strike and high voltage there. 99.8%. Now, since this is not a shotgun, you don't need 100%. 99.8 is pretty much as close as I'm going to get to 100 if I want to run just two of the dual 60s and the Riven. Slightly more on the Riven, and I would be like home free for running 100%. However, I don't really think that that's necessary. I'd much rather have Point Strike and the Vital Sense on. And since I am running towards crit with that almost 60% crit chance at a 4.4 multiplier, I decided to go the way of the 90 mods over the 60s to give me better base damage for the crit multiplication. So I have 515.7 corrosive on here. Point Strike, Vital Sense, as I've shown, and Hunter Munitions, since 60% per bullet, and when you've got 300 bullets and you've got just 12.5 fire rate, yeah, it's pretty much going to crit. Now, the Riven itself is 3-rolled, 81.2 status chance, 80.3 multi-shot, and 124.5 crit chance. Now, compared to the Riven I actually had previously to this, which was this Super right here, which was 98.5 puncture, 106.9 crit damage, and 120.8 crit chance with 6 rolls. It's interesting to compare the stat change actually. So only 0.6 more crit chance, so not a whole lot more, but it is better. Now the crit multiplier is definitely where you see the huge increase on this Riven, 6.5. And then the puncture goes from 214 to 299.8. But you'll notice without that multi-shot, nothing else really bumps up. So corrosive is almost down, 150-ish right there about. So yeah, a buff of about 85 there, but a loss of 150 there. And then yeah, see, this is 8, that's 13-ish right there. But the big hit really is to the status. Now, because I'm running Hunter Munitions and I'm running crit on that, status isn't the most important, but considering 88%, like, with the crit build on top of that, that's pretty strong. So as you guys may have noticed, Vauban, when they changed his passive to him doing 25% more damage to CC'd enemies, I was trying to look for a new frame that I could kind of test with without really affecting the enemies, but hold them so they don't get staggered by stuff. And I was originally going to do Limbo, and I put out the last video I was running Limbo, but I figured, you know, Harrow is just kind of the better way to go, because I can just kind of hold everybody. And yeah, look at that. It's like 7 shots. Even against the Corpus, man. With that reduction to corrosive. And look, if you really want, you can definitely, you know, apply the slash and just let the procs kind of do their thing. Which they definitely will do. Look at that. Yeah, and those are all level 100 guys. So didn't even use half. Didn't use half of the clip there. So I will show you against the 155s. It's definitely not as effective, you know, as you get on because it doesn't have as good of status chance. But it still performs pretty admirably, I feel, for a weapon that I've, as in my mind's always just been kind of like, yeah, it's there, yeah, it's decent, it exists. Like, I feel like people think I'm maybe shit talking this weapon more than I am, but it's just like, I don't know. There's things like the Prism Gorgon, you know, there's things like the Tenora that I would probably rather use. Granted, yeah, both of those guns I just mentioned have a lot smaller magazine. But yeah, I feel like the stats on them for the crit, especially because I do tend to lean more towards the crit. So there you go. I mean, there's still about 90 shots left in that 300 round magazine, so not bad. All in all, I'd have to say this Supra definitely gonna toss out that old Riven, maybe do a Riven giveaway, maybe see if I can't sell it. We'll see how that all works out. But yeah, all in all, gotta say super pleased with this Supra. I will see you guys in the next video. I am working currently on the how-to Riven guide, so if you guys have been waiting for that series, get ready. That is hopefully going to be coming within the next month and a half here. I've been putting a lot of work into this. I've interviewed some people at DE. I've got responses from Megan / Rebecca on what ribbons are to them. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a real cool video. I hope it's going to be very informative. I hope somebody at least learns something about ribbons, even if you think you're really knowledgeable, even if you have a really good understanding of ribbons. Hopefully there's something I can teach you about ribbons, maybe some little niche thing, maybe something about the way that they're endoed and how that it's actually affected by mastery rank. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm excited to unveil that project for you guys, so hope to see you guys down the road. Thank you and have a great one.